Robin Williams is the story of a comedian with a big heart. Robin Williams is a legend of 90s comedy pictures, a comedian and charming artist who performed both humorous and dramatic roles with equal talent. Do not find a person who would not associate the name of Robin Williams with lamp comedies from the 90s. An incredibly talented comedian, star of improvisations and a brilliant actor could become a true legend of his time. Adolescence and childhood years. A boy named Robin was born in a small American town in 1951. His parents were successful and wealthy people. The father of our hero worked as a top manager in the company, Ford. Mom is a former photo model. Robin is not the only child. In a large family was growing up 4 guys when the future artist was born. The family lived on a wide leg. For example, at the age of 11, Robin and his family will move to Chicago. In their new luxury house was 40 rooms. However, then already grown-up actor will tell that wealth did not make his childhood happy. He had a lonely childhood, and expensive toys did not replace communication with parents. The boy more often played with maids than with his own parents. In addition, in childhood he was overweight, and peers often teased slow and clumsy Robin. The actor will tell that at that time he had the only friend, a rich imagination. It is thanks to life's turmoil that Williams became the way he was loved by millions of viewers. Thanks to a wonderful sense of humor, he ridiculed his own shortcomings and people reached out to him. It is said that a sparkling sense of humor inherited our hero from his mother. One of the most beautiful women of his time once appeared at a dinner party in a fashionable dress and magnificent jewelry. But she was only talked about thanks to an unusual accessory in the form of a piece of black scotch on her teeth, with which she completed her image. Soon the talented kid becomes one of the most popular guys at school. He had a great sense of humor, and acting talent. Robin did not tire of demonstrating in the drama club. After completing his school education, the young artist decides to study further and his choice falls on acting schools. In one of the schools in New York, Robin studied theater art. However, after 3 years, the young man listens to the advice of his mentor and goes to conquer Los Angeles. The teacher believed that the young man is so talented that he has nothing to do at school. Career. The cinematic biography of our hero began immediately after his move to the City of Angels. In Los Angeles, Robin begins to perform in clubs. His comic numbers were a resounding success. At one of these performances, young comedian noticed a producer named George Schlatter. Robin is invited to participate in the filming of a popular television project called Laugh In. However, once a favorite show for many people soon closed. The guy had to go back to performing in local clubs. But about the talented young comedian no one forgot. In the future, Williams will begin to be called a comedy Einstein. The fame of comedy performances humorist ran faster than a locomotive. Soon he will travel with numbers across America, and then in Britain. Then he was invited to star in the famous program, The Richard Pryor Show. Interestingly, but almost all comedians of that time dreamed of getting on this project. Soon in the biography of the young artist begins a new milestone, cinematic. Robin's movie debut began with a small role of an alien creature in the sitcom Happy Days. The charming alien was very much loved by the audience, so the producers decided to create another project with our hero in the main role. The new show was called Mork and Mindy. The role of the charming Mork, of course, received a former stand-up artist. It is believed that this character so well succeeded Williams, that it is still considered one of the most recognizable in American culture. From 1980 to 1990, the heyday of Williams' talent. His photos adorned all the advertising posters of American cities, as well as the covers of major publications. The artist is regularly invited to star in films. The next role in the Kinakapilka of our hero was the role of a sailor Popeye, who loves spinach. The movie was perfectly accepted by critics and the audience, especially loved by all Robin. In a couple of years, the artist will shoot in another comedy tape called The World According to Garp. However, fame had a downside. the artist began to take drugs and drink. Only tragedy helped Robin to stop on the path of self-destruction. One of his best friends, artist and comedian John Belushi, died. There were rumors that the artist managed to forget about drugs and alcohol with the help of a new hobby, cycling. Then Robin decided to see if he could work in a serious movie. A truly landmark project was a tape called Good Morning, Vietnam. The role of a charming radio host for the military got our hero. For a poignant game, the artist received his first nomination in the Oscar. The next picture received the title of Cult. In the tape, Dead Poets Society, Robin reincarnated in an ambitious teacher of literature. Thanks to these paintings, Williams secured the title of a great actor. The next picture, called The Fisher King, was also received very warmly. Robin always accepted warmly in critics and viewers, and the reason for this was the good charm of the artist. Williams begins to star in the most iconic tapes of the time, Where Dreams Lead, The Story of a Boy Genius, Good Will Hunting, Children's Adventure Picture, Jumanji, and many others. Although some films did not pay off, but critics still noted the masterful game of the actor. And the story of a brilliant young man and his wise mentor, played by Robin, helped the actor to get the coveted Oscar. However, in the future, fortune will turn away from Robin. He will be offered not-so-interesting projects. He will try to reincarnate into a villain in several tapes, but the new role will not be accepted by the public. In the cinematic biography of the actor will be a few more interesting roles. For example, the role of Robin in the franchise Night at the Museum is quite famous. Despite the success of this movie, interesting roles at Williams will be less and less. Personal life. Scandals have always surrounded the personal life of the actor. For example, the reason for the divorce from his first wife was Robin's affair with his child's nanny. Soon after the scandalous divorce, our hero married his son's former nanny. Although in the second marriage the newly married couple even tried to open their own movie studio, their relationship also ended in divorce. Williams is a father of many children. He has a son from his first marriage and 2 children from the second. In 2011, the artist decided on a new relationship with a designer named Susan. He even wanted to get married. According to Robin, he hoped to find in a new marriage an escape from progressive depression. Los Angeles, in 2006, the actor started drinking again. To cure himself of alcoholism, he even went to a rehabilitation center. After the course of treatment, Williams starred in several films, among which was the third part of the franchise, Night at the Museum. However, in the summer of 2014 it became known about the imminent death of the actor. It was reported that everything happened as a result of strangulation. It was a suicide. Robin could not cope with depression, which tormented him for many years.